Don't you love when you go to start a video and then every single thing happens that you don't want to happen, and everyone you live with decides to do everything that would be so great if they didn't do when you wanted to do a video? Today, I'm going to be talking about highlights from season 1 of the Twilight Zone. I'm just gonna skip around because, you know, whatever I want to talk about, just gonna hit me whenever it feels like. Okay, Judgment Night, the one with the U-boat. Forget I said highlights. This is not gonna be highlights necessarily, it's just gonna be stuff I want to talk about. So that episode is like so annoying, but like in a way that I love. Like, I love to hate it. It's kind of like, the thing I really like about that episode though is that it's kind of like once you get to the end and you know what's happening, it's kind of like, oh, that's why the episode is so maddening, because like we're experiencing hell too. Not really, but like, I don't know, like I kind of appreciate it that way. And it's really not that bad. It's just like, bro, like the main guy in it, he is like so over the top. Like everyone else on the boat is just like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, the whole time, and everyone's like, doing okay? And he's just like, and it's like, chill out. And then when you find out what's going on, it's like, okay, that makes sense. And it's just, I don't know, I just think it's really funny, and it's annoying, but like annoying for a reason. And I don't know, I love hate it. When the sky was open, like I don't remember a lot of the episodes by their name. Okay, like I love all of these episodes, and when I come across one that I don't love, you will hear about it. 4 of Us Are Dying, I love that episode. Okay, so like just between you and me, I think Ross Martin is fine. And his part in that episode, like that's my favorite part. I love parts of the episodes of the Twilight Zone where there's like intense, intimate conversation. Like those are my favorite parts of my favorite episodes. And the part where the main character plays Johnny, who's played by Ross Martin, that part is like so intense. When the woman like thinks the guy she loves is back, and she thinks that he's gonna run away with her. That scene is like so, I'm glued to it every time. And it's just like, oh my god, I love it. Like I have to put every single thing in my life on the back burner for that scene in the episode. And the rest of the episode is great too, but like that is the highlight for me. I love that episode, and I love the name of it, like the title, The 4 of Us Are Dying. I don't know, I just love that title. That is like one of my favorite titles of all time. Oh, that one came out on January 1st. Okay, January 1st, 1960. Third from the Sun, I really like that one too. The guy who plays Klaatu, I never remember his real name. Like I couldn't even tell you if I ever knew it. I mean, I probably did at some point, but I just never remember it. That episode is like really comforting to me for some reason, even though it's like really full of dread. Like it is one of the most dread filled episodes, and yet it's really comforting. And I think part of it is because the guy who's like the menacing guy looks so much like my dad's dad. And so that's like, I don't know, I can't help but feel like that's comforting. But also it's funny to me how the menacing guy is like such like a cartoony villain. And I don't know, I just like the episode. It's like such a like 60s or 50s, I mean 1960, but it's like 50s nuclear family comforting thing, even though they're like scared for their lives. So I like that episode isn't profound. It has like a really silly twist ending, but like it's a really comforting episode for me, and I really enjoy it a lot. The Hitchhiker, that's one I really enjoy too. It has serious psycho vibes for obvious reasons with all the driving and everything. The Fever, that episode is like one of the most legitimately like chilling episodes. Because I relate, like I am not a gambler, or depending on how you look at it, I am, which is why I avoid it. Like I have that personality where it's like I better not gamble or I will be in trouble. And so when this guy gets hit with it, it's like, oh yeah, no. It's really scary. He like gets consumed, and it is so like real, and like it happens to people for real, and this is like barely a step beyond what would actually happen. It's basically real. Like it's just like really it's awful. Oh my god, and the machine going, Franklin! Oh my god. Okay. The Last Flight. That episode is awesome. I feel like it's one of the best representations of how people would potentially, I don't know if that's the word, but like it's one of the most, it's not like super believable, but it's one of the best representations of like how people might act, I guess, in a situation where someone is from the past, like taking it seriously because they don't really have another choice. I don't know. I think it's handled really well. And it's a really interesting episode. It's handled super well. And it's just, I don't know, I really like it. Purple Testament, that movie episode is fun. I don't really have much else to say about it. I mean, it's not, and fun is like not a good word to put to like any of the war episodes where people die, but it's a good episode, and it's, I wouldn't say scary, but it is like, ooh, it's good. Mirror Image is so good. It's like, it is really creepy. I love anything that has to do with like time and space being off, and this is that. Like this woman is like she finds out through feedback she gets from other people that like she has been places and done things already that she's not aware of. She's somewhere she doesn't know. Like, I don't know. She's just like, our universe is overlapping. And like this guy is hearing her talk and he's like, whoa, lady, you're crazy. But like something is clearly happening. I don't know. I don't need to be like explaining all of this. I'm just saying it's a really good episode and it's creepy and it's really good. The monsters are due on Maple Street is so freaking stupid. It's one of those episodes where it's like, it's really fun to watch because it is so bad. I think it was supposed to be bad. Like, I think it was like a comedy. Like, it had to have been funny on purpose because, come on. It feels like a caricature of an episode. Like, I don't know. It's like so stupid, but like fun. It's ridiculous. I mean, it is satirical. And it's just, I feel like it's so over the top that it's just like kind of embarrassing, but I guess that's the point, and it's a fun episode to watch, so, you know, that's a success on there. And oh my god, okay, A World of Difference, that is one of my absolute favorite episodes. This guy, oh my god, this episode is so David Lynch. This guy is an actor in a movie, and all of a sudden, or he's like living his life, and then they yell cut, and he's like, what? And he's like convinced that he's this guy, and they're like, that's the character you're playing, and he's like, yeah. And like any kind of like blurred reality and different identities, that kind of thing is like, I'm into it, and this episode is that. And he's just so shook, basically, and it's really good. He's like, what is his name? Let me see if I can remember it. My name is Arthur, because the name of the show, or name of the movie is Arthur, the World of Arthur. Okay, because his like real name was Gerald Reagan. I remember that. Arthur, I don't need to remember it, but I really want to. It'll come to me. I'll leave it alone. Long live Walter Jameson. I really enjoy that one. I'm gonna try to, you know, not talk so much about each one. People are like all over. What's his name? Planet of the Apes guy. He is so cute. And the way he says Earth is so funny. We came from the Earth. Wait, how does he say it? We came from Earth. I don't know, I can't say it, but that episode is like really funny too. It's like an exaggeration. Moccasin was right. What is his name? I need to stop trying to remember things while this is going. Execution. I hate that episode. When they get that guy who's being hanged. That character is so well, I wouldn't say well done, is too well portrayed. Like, he's so vile. Like, it's like, you should have like gone ahead and like, I wish you just hanged him. Like, ew. Like, I did not need to see any of him living. It was just like really unpleasant to watch him at all. So that I don't enjoy that episode because of it, but like the episode is good. I don't know, it's fine. The Big Tall Wish is so good. It's so real in such a magical and depressing way. Like, Bolly is like, why? Bolly's like, you know what? Magic is real, but I'm just gonna really reject it until it's not. I'm just gonna beat magic away so that I don't have it. Why? Why though? Why? And he just makes it so the kid's like, yeah, I should hate life. And then the episode ends. What? Why? It's like, and this is life. This is how people are. I mean, you're not wrong, but damn. That's what that episode is. A Nice Place to Visit is one of those episodes that's like so ridiculous and just really fun to watch. It's really funny. Oh my god, Nightmare as a Child. That might be my number one favorite episode. It has everything. Oh my god. I can make like, it's my, like, it could have its own video. But this, I put my phone down just to talk about this, okay? So this episode is so good because it has it deals with legitimate trauma, legitimately. Like, the way trauma manifests, like, on one hand, it seems ridiculous. It's like, girl, how do you not remember that? Trauma, that's what trauma does to you. And the little girl version of her talking to her is so real. Like, that's how you heal from trauma. Like, your younger self helps you. And so anyway, it has like really fascinating trauma processing stuff in it. Plus, it has really ridiculous, dumb stuff in it that's really funny. Like the villain guy in it is so ridiculous. Like, it's so, well, okay, last time I watched it, it was kind of less ridiculous. It's like, okay, I guess that makes sense that he would do that, but it is kind of like a stretch. It's like, now that I'm thinking about it again, okay, before it seemed like, wow, that's super unrealistic, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, wow, that is super disgustingly creepy. Like, okay, it is, now that I'm thinking about it in a way that it's like, okay, maybe it is realistic, it's like disgusting. Okay, oh my god, ew, this episode is so good, but like, okay, anyway, so the guy's like, hey, I worked for your mom like 20 years ago or whatever, for a year, and you were a little kid, you were 8 years old or whatever. Okay, so it was like 10 years ago. No, 20. Yeah, 20 years ago or something. Anyway, little kid, and I had quite a crush on you. Ew. And yeah, 20 years later, I have this photo of you in my wallet. First of all, what are you doing with that photo? Second of all, what are you still doing with that photo? Third of all, ew. So anyway, I'm talking way too much about this episode already, but another thing about that episode I love is that there is a truly chilling scene in it. Like, the little girl is so good. Like, she really does conjure a lot of emotions, like confusion and defensiveness. I guess that's not an emotion, but you know what I'm saying. Like, what she brings up in Helen is so well portrayed. Like, either that or I just empathize so much, or just a combination of both. But she's just like, what are you saying? Like, how do you know that? Like, why are you saying that to me? And like, I don't like that I'm thinking about this, like, so much. And then when the little girl is like walking her through the situation that she had repressed, up to the point where the guy shows up, that is one of the most visceral scenes in the entire series. It is so like to the core chilling. It's so good. Like, damn. Yeah, and at the end where Helen talks to the other little girl, and there's just like this feeling of like healing and then passing on love. It's just, oh, it's so good. It's such a good episode. It is so good. I love it. I love it. It is, like I said, probably my favorite episode. Stop at Willoughby. It's just bangers. Like, so many good episodes. Stop at Willoughby is one of the episodes where it has one of the most major bitch wives. This guy is like so relatable to mankind. Like, one thing I really like about the Twilight Zone is like, it really shows, it like has so much insight on into like a typical man's struggle in life, because I would know all about that. I'm just kidding. Like, just like living a life that you're supposed to and just feeling like that's not it, and kind of feeling stuck and knowing you're stuck, and just feeling like, but this is it, I guess. And that's rough. Like, when you have people involved, like when you're married, like this guy, there's this scene. Okay, because first of all, he's at work and his boss is like, push, 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 push. He's like, oh my God, shut up. And he just can't take his job. He hates his job. He's just like, oh my God, I hate my job. This is where I spend so much of my life and I hate it. Like, I'm not even happy. Why am I even alive? I don't even like this. And he goes home to his wife, to his significant other, to this other soul he spends his life with when he's away from work. And he unleashes his heart to her, as one should be able to do. And she's like, you're a pussy. Basically, she has no compassion for him. She's just like, wow, I shouldn't have married you. Go cry about it. She like has no heart at all, and he just like told her, like, basically, I feel so lost and I am not happy, and I really want your support and your love. Like, I don't feel love, and I really want it from you, my wife. And she's like, you're a bitch. Bye. And he's just like, he feels so abandoned and totally just alone in the universe. And so when he makes that commute to his job that he freaking hates, he just like fantasizes about a world that he does want to live in. And you know what? It looks better and better going there. And pow! He shifts over to that reality, because what other choice is there? And it's dark how that happens, but I mean, damn, look at the alternative. And there's a lot more I can say about that, but I'm just saying, like, that episode is so real. Anyway, that's the Stop at Willoughby. The Chaser, that's another one that's really fun. It's a funny one that's fun. It's also dark, like all of them. All the funny ones are dark, but you know, it's a Twilight Zone. I love the woman in it who plays Leela. She's like so ASMR. Reggie. That episode's just really fun. Oh my god, a passage for trumpet. Oh my god. Seriously. That episode, that's one of my favorite ones too. First of all, Jack Klugman. Anything with Jack Klugman, like every single episode with Jack Klugman is worth watching because of Jack Klugman. Like, he's incredible. Like, for the longest time I only knew him from The Odd Couple. I mean, Oscar's great and everything, but like, I did not even know how like phenomenal an actor he was. And I mean, to this day, unfortunately, I only know that from the episodes of the Twilight Zone he's in. I'm sure he's in like all kinds of, oh, I've seen 12 Angry Men, but like, he's great. Like, he is amazing. He's amazing. He's beyond amazing. Like, God almighty. Every time I watch these episodes, like, seriously. But yeah, A Passage for Trumpet. When he sells his trumpet, the process of that and the way it's shot, the fade to, okay, when he is at the counter selling it and he takes out the mouthpiece and then puts it on the horn and then like puts it on his mouth to like, you know, to before he parts with it, he like has an intimate goodbye basically, and then the cash register dings. Like, that's it. He sold his soul, and then it fades. The scene fades over to the bar, and it's like, damn, it's so powerful. Like, it's so good. Just that scene alone makes like the episode one of the best. And the beginning part too, when he's talking about how he feels when he plays and like the beauty of the music and how life is just incredible, but it's only when he's drunk. Oh, it's so tragic. And just his, oh, Jack Klugman. And at the end, when he's talking to Gabriel, like, man, And then when he's talking to the girl, it's like, happy ending, okay. It's such a good episode. Mr. Beavis. Oh my god. Okay, I said low battery. It was like, I have a charger over here. It is not the right one. So it's gonna get hot, which is not good. But oops. But this video is not gonna be much longer, right? I don't know. Mr. Beavis. That episode's really fun. I know it wasn't originally supposed to be an episode of the Twilight Zone, but you know. Zither music. The After Hours. That's one of my favorite ones too, because that episode is so real. It's so creepy. It's so creepy. And when Marsha is like realizing and things just don't seem right, she's just like, are you kidding me? Like, what? This is stupid. And then, like, at first it's annoying, then it's just stupid, then it's like weird, then it's scary, then it's like nothing, like a relief. Like, she feels so silly. It's like, oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? It's so good. The Mighty Casey. Oh my god, I hate that one. You know, I'm gonna have to update my video of episodes I hate and skip, because Casey's on that one. And so is one from season 4, the one with Dennis Hopper. Don't like that one. A World of His Own. That one is kind of ridiculous. It's really fun though. It's kind of fun. I like his side bitch girl. I really like how he describes her. Like, there's like a sweetness in the way he describes her, because like it's in a very guy kind of way, like the way he describes her clothes and stuff. Like it's such a guy way of describing clothes. It's like and I guess what I mean is, like, okay, so like he describes his ideal woman, and that is what she looks like. That's what she's wearing. That's how her hair looks. That is how she looks. And that is his ideal. She does not look like Isabella Johnny, for example. And I just find that really sweet. Like, this woman is really sweet, and she is just like so precious. I love her, and you can tell she's just so loving and just a wonderful person, and like that is who he wants. And I just love that so much, because it's like, it's not like weird science. It's not like she's some scantily clad babe with huge boobs. Like, she's like this sweet normal girl, and I really liked that. His bitch wife, though, I didn't like that she had the same name as me. But I guess I enjoyed that, you know, she had all these like fancier qualities, and he was just like, I thought I liked that, but I really don't. I don't know. That episode feels like kind of long. And it was funny that Rod Serling was part of the episode. Like, don't really have much more to say about that. Let me run through. Okay, the first episode, Where Is Everybody? I used to, like, every time I watched it, I would just be like, oh my god, you're ridiculous. Like, why do you keep talking? Like, you're not even seeing anybody. There's nobody in that diner. Like, shut up. And, like, just wait for the lady in the car to, like, acknowledge you before you keep talking. And then, like, eventually I just realized, like, you know what? He's just trying to calm himself down. Like, this guy is scared. He is just trying to act like things are normal to, like, keep himself, you know, emotionally regulated. Like, he knows no one's there, but he does not want to process that yet. So if he talks like someone's there, he's gonna feel better. And so I thought, oh my god, that makes so much sense. Like, I don't need to be making fun of this every time. So, and then, you know, when you find out that he's been alone for so long, it's like, of course this guy is having a hard time. But anyway, the episode Walking Distance, that guy is such a jerk. Whenever he goes, like, when he goes to the gas station, I don't know, I feel like he's just, like, really rude. And his dad, the guy who plays his dad, like, what kind of accent is that? I don't mean to, like, be mean or negative, but, like, every time I watch it, I'm just like, what is your accent? It's like, I get it, like, all these people had, like, this way of talking where it was, like, saying, I'm trying to think of an example, like, okay, like, you know, earlier when I said that, can I think of his name yet? What is his name? The Planet of the Apes guy. Anyway, the way he says Earth, like Earth, you know, like that kind of thing. But not only does he talk like that, he says like long, like long time. I don't know. It's just like, it bothers me way more than it should. Anyway, wow, I'm like way too bothered about that. Anything else? Time Enough at Last. That's another good example of an episode that has a bitch wife in it. Oh my god. Henry! Are you kidding me? Wow, like, he just wants to read? Like, what is the issue? It's not even about reading, it's about her being a monster. She just wants control over him, and I don't know how that's a thing, but wow. Amazing that she's that awful. She is a monster. And one thing from that episode, like, is like singed into my mind, like whenever something happens that's just like, are you freaking kidding me? I just think, why, Helen? I used to think that at work all the time. Why, Helen? Why do you do these things? That episode's so tragic. Obviously, that's the point. But it's such a good episode. It's really good. Yep. It really is. It's a great episode. That's all I got. For now, season 1. Great show. Love this show. Bye.